No permissions, birth looked up, taking flight flowing. Knows dissidence, balance in dark and light. Steadying the agreeable index plight. Crypto tuning up, yup, keeping it right. Yup, the meme that's on the rise. Agreeable intense, one on a Pulsechain's pride. Opening those minds with all the positivity, marching in its time. Cadence in the grind, agree to disagree. Yup. The tiny, meet up, hits it right. Freedom and prosperity, the destination and the flight. Lighting up dad's farm, opposed to that nope rule. Firing up them charts, yeah, flying straight and true. Wink at the foes, cheer at the woes. Yep, stack sats gliding through the lows. The truth will set you free.
What is up, guys? How we doing? Let's see what microphone I have here. I'm pretty sure today I got a few cool things. Let's switch to this one. Thank you. And we should be good. I can't believe I had an audio issue right when I hit start. So I couldn't hear the speakers. So I just put the headphones on. What is up, Scrubhead? How we doing? Media assets. I can't believe it did that too, but whatever. I was screwing with the other stuff, so we'll just switch back to that. Anyways, let me know if you hear me. I am here. Scrubhead is here. I don't know whether all y'all are here or not, but yeah. I had to hear tonight. We have a couple informational kind of news I wanted to share a little bit, and then we got the solid trading bot on Telegram we're going to talk about. We have the Rhino launch we're going to talk about, and what matters in there. Then we're going to move into a little bit of news on SharpLink and what they've been doing with the Ethereum reserve, kind of stuff like that. Maybe I should just add that into the front, and then we'll go into TA, stuff like that. How we doing? Yeah, headphones do matter. I kind of like not having headphones because inside the headphones they make my ears hot because it's warm outside right now, even with the windows open, stuff like that. But anyways, let's move on. Today I wanted to kind of like update what's going on in Pulsechain first. So let's do this. Let's share screen at the stage and then click this one because it matters. In-ear monitors would be probably much better. I usually have earbuds while I'm working and stuff like that, but these got a pretty little microphone on them and they sound good. But my other headphones are all like jacked up. The cable, I need to make a new one. Get a new one, make a new one. I'll make my own damn headphone cable because, I'm skilled. Anyways, Ethereum Strategic Reserve. Well, it's Strategic Reserve. Yeah. Strategic ETH Reserve.xyz has a very interesting second place SharpLink Gaming here. They have upped their ETH by 16% in the last 30 days. Ethereum Foundation is down 6.5%, which is not surprising, so we know they're dumping still. Pulsechain SAC, still level, but I have a bone to pick here because it shows that this is the Pulsechain update. It shows 166,303 ETH. But if you go to the treasury that tracks this same wallet over to Richard Hart's Pulsechain tracker, you scroll right here, it shows a little bit more than that. So I don't know which one's right. I'd rather trust this one because, it's made by Gerardo. So, it's just cooler. It tracks all the, transactions, stuff like that. So yeah, SharpLink Gaming has upped their reserve, and with that, SharpLink Gaming boosts Ethereum reserve to 205K. Retail optimism abounds as stock surges. We will get into the stock later after the Solid Trader update for Pulsechain and the Rhino launch. But SharpLink Gaming, blah 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 blah, expanded its Ethereum reserve treasury last week by acquiring 7,689. So we know they're raising money from their stock and their DCA into Ethereum, which is good. They're not just like flooding it in there. You know what I mean? But price is doing what it's doing. Bitcoin's at an all-time high right now, which is kind of amazing. You know what I mean? But yeah, and then following the news, SharpLink Gaming surged 18%. They've been moving up. The company said it generated approximately 64 million through the ATM shares and till July 4th, allocating roughly 37.2 million of the proceeds towards ETH acquisitions. So we know they have more to DCA and things such. So that is awesome. So we know ETH prices are going to go up. They're probably going to take their sweet time. Let Bitcoin go up, drag ETH up a little bit. We know they've been suppressing ETH price, which is great. A cool thing to know is SharpLink also clarified that all of its ETH reserves are fully staked or restaked across yield generating protocols. Huge, huge. It is highlighted that last week's activity generated approximately 100 ETH in rewards, bringing the total staking to 322 ETH since June 2nd. So they've made 322 ETH. Let's just call it 3 grand. 322 times 3 grand. You know, you could do the math, that's cool, man. They're using it as an income source for their stock, probably. So they're probably going to, or to generate more ETH to get a bigger exposure, which the Pulsechain sacrifice could do the same thing, which is awesome. You know what I mean? Because, we all want to go to the moon. We don't want to, Richard Hart could rotate the sack bag into it, but what if he just got more exposure? Or, I don't know. Who knows what Richard's up to these days? But yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. This follows earlier staking earnings of 222 ETH. That's not bad, but they've upped their yield, which is great. So ever since that news, yeah, so strategic reserve right there. You could stake all that ETH from the Pulsechain sack and just use your yield and just dump it into Pulsechain every month, and that would be amazing. I think. Um, we're above Coinbase. Just think of that. So let me do the math here real quick. Let's look at the calculator. Right? So that's 322 times 3. Let's just go 3K equals. That'd be $1 million a month just to rotate. It's going to go higher, but that'd be roughly $1 million a month to rotate into Pulsechain for eternity, if not more. You know what I mean? So that would be kind of cool. There's an idea to not sell ETH or even help wreck ETH. It could treat Pulsechain nice. And I'm sure ETH can absorb $1 million a month in dumping just off a yield, especially with all and we don't lose our exposure to ETH because Pulsechain doesn't want to lose that, man. In my eyes, I think that would be a great idea because instead of wrecking ETH, look like a complete vampire attack instead of let's help each other along here. Because if we play nice, they may play nice. So that's just an idea, but it does encounter staking options as a risk, things like that. You got to think of things like that and everything. But if you scroll down through this Ethereum ETH reserve right here, you notice the ETH Foundation is going down by 6.5%. SharpLink Gaming is going up 16.6%. Who else is going down? Ethereum Name Service holding less 20. almost 18% less ETH. So we know who the dumpers are. It is not the Pulsechain SAC. And what if that started going up? And just building and building and building and building and building. You know what I mean? Like do what Sharplink's doing. But we'll see the performance later on. I just thought I'd mention that. Let's get that out of the way because we got to hit those algorithms because ETH is performing right now. Bitcoin is making new all-time highs, but we're in altcoins. We're all waiting on ETH. So, anyways, with that being said, let's click out of that. Look into RH, we're only 21% down. Only down $138 million. That's a huge reserve right there. Or treasury, I should say. And it could have been being built this past 2 years, being staked. But it does enter into risk. And I think the narrative would have been like a little different if that happened. But no, we do have more ETH than that treasury thing says. Anyways, let's get into the solid trader thing. I should have put the video up to show you guys. I can't believe I am not prepared with that. But Z Reviews makes his own cables. I have 2 of his collab IEMs. Yeah. I we have this cable that has a silver strand in it, and then it has copper wrapped around it, and then it's really badass. So like, there's actual silver in it. I think I might build a cable out of that. It is a hi-fi cable, and it is cool. I mean, it sounds really natural, really crisp, really everything. What is up, XT Armstrong? I should show the Russia American picture today, but I won't. I just wanted to make you laugh. He is our local Russian American right now. Because if you go to the collective of anti-gravity, you'll find him. Anyways, we're only down 20%. That could be made up in a single day. And yes, silver and copper go great together. And Believe in Yourself says, hey, Hexty. So yeah, let's get out of this. Now, Solid Trader. SolidX.win. You can get there by clicking the Trader tab right here. It has the X game, which is coming out. It's in beta testing right now. You can go here and you can come down here and you can play the game in beta. It has staking coming soon, which is really cool. Has a buy and burn, things like that. And the Trader bot right here execute trades instantly with Telegram, focused on speed, security, and simplicity. The bot delivers a seamless experience without compromising performance and control. Trading fees are used to buy back and burn tokens of Solid X. All right. While also funding staking rewards, turning every transaction into value for the ecosystem. So it has a referral program too. You can self-refer, things like that. A whole bunch of things. Depends on how many self-referrals you want to do and how many wallets you want to fund and get fees through. But we'll just go through the docs. I won't really show you the bot unless you guys want it. Tell me in the chat. I haven't funded it. I've set it up. Things like that. But I kind of already somewhat know how to use it. I used Prodigy Bot back in the day. And I always my transactions always got stuck. I never bought enough or whatever. But sniping, it's fun for sniping, limit orders, things like that. So yeah, let's go to introduction of Solid Trader. So here it is. If you go to the bot, you can set it up. You could create limit orders here. It walks you through everything pretty much. This is a main dashboard of the Solid X Trader bot, a high-speed, security-focused trading tool for Pulsechain ecosystem. It is Pulsechain, guys. Forgot to mention that. From here, you can access trading features, manage wallets, configure settings, and more. You can set up multiple wallets, backup bots. You can change your language, set your settings. You could set your minimum buys, your minimum sells. You can set your gas in this stuff through the settings. I'm just trying to talk about what's in it with like out having to read it word for word. Um, you can curate a token list, which is cool. Opens a list of trusted or recommended tokens that are pre-verified and supported by the bot for quick trading. You can have positions, displays your currently open trades to token holdings, including entry price and profit loss stats. And that is awesome. I mean, it shows you your P&L and everything. I wouldn't. This is like a hot wallet, so I wouldn't put anything in there that you're willing to lose because hot wallets can easily get hacked. I always support hardware wallets like a Trezor. Know what I mean? Trezor all the way because your seed phrases are made offline, not online or on the computer or typed into a computer. Yes, you can use passphrases with Trezor and stuff like that, and that's typed in, but they don't know your seed phrase. So, anyways, if there's keyloggers, security is key. Just want to get that out of the way. And none of this is like financial advice, of course. Maybe I should put the banner up. You know what I mean? No financial advice, whatever. I'm not going to put it up because I have to make a new one, guys. I'm failing all over the board today. I have the video of this bot on my phone, but I forgot to transfer it to the computer. Anyways, it has limit orders before Tetra. Amazing. I don't know if they're going to work all that great, but it's cool. And you can have settings, stuff like that. Maybe I should bring it up. Yeah, I already did. I'm in a lot of groups over here. And yeah, there's my password. You can have it. uh, but yeah, it's right there. Pretty cool. Um, if you enter my password, it's just going to help me out. You can use my bot for me. Everything, change my settings because maybe I'll just create another one. Anyways, yeah, that's why I didn't want to bring it up, but whatever. Refer and earn. If you type that password in, whatever, all to you. Has good 35% referral thing. Backup bots provides access to alternative versions of the solid trader bot. These backups are designed to ensure smooth performance during times of high traffic or technical issues with the main bot. Locks the bot's interface, requiring a password to unlock. Useful for privacy, security, and sharing in shared environments. So yeah, I could probably change the password. So I'm not worried. But while it's set up, you paste your wallet and you set up a new one. You paste another one, and it shows you right here how much Pulse you have in the wallet. And then you create a wallet. You can name the wallet, blah blah blah. And then you can remove a wallet, which is nice. Main wallet setup. Kind of the main wallet is used for sniping and purchasing live tokens. Like if you have the contract address before it's added to LP, this is what you do. You'd add that contract address for the bot to snipe right at when it's in liquidity. Um, you could choose how much you want to send to it. You could refresh. You could add favorite wallets. You can transfer to other ones. You can withdraw. You can export the wallet. Buys and sells. You can set up certain positions. You can sort by age. You can, view hidden tokens, sell all positions at once if you're sniping multiple things at once. Stuff like it's going to be amazing. It's going to up your game. All the young people will use these bots, so why not the old gray hairs like me? You know what I mean? I've used the Prodigy bot before, but I haven't had quite much luck with it. I've sniped a couple of things, but I was always late on the launch. You know what I mean? When I did it, right? So you just got to be watching when new tokens are minted on the chain in some of these Telegram groups, stuff like that, to be able to get the contract address to snipe these things or preset this bot to snipe these new ones when they're added to liquidity. But you have to be, maybe it has an auto sell. That'd be kind of cool if it went up a certain percentage and just auto sold half of it. But who knows? We'll see. Um, it's got a buy panel right here. It shows your buys. LP burned. It shows you if the LP's burned, if the contract's renounced. It shows you a lot of good information. Um, and you can just keep clicking on these and buy more. You can have more settings. One click preset buttons amounts. Active wallets displays which wallets are active and used for buying. Priority set gas execution speed. It's awesome. Um, I would always set the gas high with this kind of stuff, especially with sniping or stuff like that. And if you do want this bot, there is a referral link down in the description. All right. Yeah, there's probably going to be a lot of referral things out there with this, and test it out with like $100 maybe, or maybe $50, or you know, a million posts and see how it works and see if you like it. You can also view the token's price movement visually. That is cool. Right in Telegram. I haven't figured that out yet, but maybe we should do that later. Um, you know, who knows? Um, and you can just start the bot. And here we go. Let's just show this for you. Um, yeah, I am a part of a lot of groups for some reason. I need to go to this one so it looks more cleaner for y'all. But yeah, welcome to the Solid Trader Bot. It's got backup bots here. It's got settings. Just pops up here. You can set your gas settings, your safety settings, slippage, your max liquidity, your max cap. You can just close it. Um, Start it again. You can see what's trending on Pulsechain, which is kind of cool. I think these are all preloaded. You could probably change them somehow. I don't know yet, but back to the menu. You can change the language. You know, you can lock it, you can unlock it, close. You can see your positions. I have no positions. I have nothing in this wallet, so you can view your limit orders, view hide tokens. It's pretty dang cool. So yeah. anyways, that's my only wallet. It only shows me that. You can withdraw, you can transfer, all the stuff you need a wallet for. Anyways, there's that. All right. That is so much for the Solid Trader bot. I like how it's snappy in the app. I hope the transactions do that. I would always set I think 20 million beats or whatever is a good level on Pulse Chain. But if you're sniping, go to 30 to 50 so you can jump ahead of people. That's just a little alpha if you use this bot. Um, and I think there's a Telegram group out there saying Pulse Train, new pairs, whatever. You're going to have to find it on your own. But yeah. Prodigy bot, it's kind of like the same thing, but this is way better. I like this one, how it's set up, laid out a lot better than Prodigy. And plus, you have to on Prodigy's token to use it. This is completely free to use. The fees come out when you use it instead of having access to use it kind of stuff, which, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. So, with that being said, if you guys wanted to refer whatever, you can just create your own referral link and tell your buddies about it and collect some. I think it goes straight to this wallet, the referral fees. So yeah, that's kind of cool. Um, so yeah, so I think we pretty much went through everything. Um, yeah, gas setting. You can buy priority 5 beats. Set it up there. It's more than that. Um, I think the beats right now are around 10, something like Gold Pulse would say. Don't quote me on that, but yeah, you can set your tax limit. You can buy tax tokens with it. Yeah, I don't know if you can auto sell though. That's the only thing. So tax limit, slippage, minimum liquidity, minimum market cap, max market tokens above this market cap will be blocked. Okay, tokens minimum market cap, tokens below this market cap will be blocked. helps avoid ultra low cap, micro cap tokens. Sometimes those are cool if they've been around a while, kind of like Yep token. Just saying. Um, buy presets. You could all obviously set those presets to whatever you want. Um, but yeah, that's the solid trader. Um, I think it's going to be cool, and I know there's more coming with Solid X. I mean, he would not have four different things down here for a reason. There's got to be something coming for the Pump Fund Solid X. Who knows? Maybe a game. You know, I don't know. But then you got to look for little Easter eggs. You know what I mean? People just don't put stuff on their site for nothing. Like, that's questionable. There's got to be something that's coming. You know what I mean? Just saying. With that said, I am going to play the Solid X um, promo video for the game. And with that said, Solid X is right here. It's Be the House website goes to this website right here, which is where I was, and it looks like it's in a parallel channel, about ready to break out of this bottom area. I don't think it's going back down to $4. We'll see, but anything can happen. But if this were to do that, it would go back down to 582. That would be the target, but we'll see if it just keeps continuing up. It really depends on Pulsechain and PulseX and Ink, because this token has really thick liquidity with those tokens. So, a lot of this has to do with the other tokens, what they're doing, and the target on this, if it breaks out, is going to hit close to $11, maybe 10.50. It might go over, might be under. So that is my target for Solid X. If you want Solid X, be part of the house, hold it, stake it, whatever. That is the token. And the X Game's coming for it. So let's move that to the back. And then now let's go to RhinoFi, guys. RhinoFi, I know I haven't talked about this before. It is a tax token. They have a charging wallet. All the taxes go to the charging wallet to buy it and burn the, I believe, buy and burn RhinoFi off the market. So it adds value, stuff like that. But it just launched. Charging cycle every 28 days. It will do this. And yeah, that's tokenomics is 3% rewards, 2.25 goes to token holders, the rest goes to liquidity providers, 2.1% buy and burn Rhino, Solid X, and Gelato. They could change that. And then 0.9% goes to liquidity add Pulse Rhino, which is kind of cool. I like it. I'm excited. I don't have any of this token. I totally missed the launch. Totally botched it. Even with that trading bot, like I could have used it on this launch, but whatever. But no, there's a hard cap at 1 billion tokens. There's going to be deflationary, cycle burns, everything. LP reflections, LP earns reflections and access fee-free pairing while earning. Earn pulse or up to 7 token options with community DAO plans. So they have a DAO coming, and yeah, just a little touch on that. Always do your fair research, or do your own research with these things. I don't like deep diving into stuff too bad, because maybe that's for pre-recorded videos, and I like streaming and I like playing off the cuff a little bit because it's more my style. At least I'm talking about other people's tokens besides just mine. I'm trying to be a little tiny micro cap pillar of the community for Pulsechain. You know, I like their strategic plan, partnered with Crypto Paradise and others for continual exposure. So yeah, they could be having stuff come out in Emmett Farms. Who knows? I have no idea with that. Do not quote me, but if, you know, it's kind of cool. You can buy it right on the webpage, and you can view chart. The only issue I found was I want to view the chart, and it's, guys, it's not clicking. Um, yeah, so that's the only issue I found, and it's a good project. Let's look at the chart. Rhino Fi, nice, beautiful launch. I think it went up 29. Let's just call it 2,900%. It's 10% from there, and now it is down from the top. 47%. I'd probably wait until, I put a line down here. 80%. We'll see if it even gets there because we're in a bull market now. Bitcoin's at all-time highs, stuff like that. So maybe this is going to be up only. But with all that being said, I would wait, hold off. Firewell poker chips. Yeah, you see the little solid trader logo I have up there today. I could change that real quick to bam solid X, bam solid trader, bam yep, bam no permit. Oh my god, I got so many of them, guys. Even got dat. But yeah, all about solid trader today. I am not sponsored by them. Yes, I do have a referral link down there. You know, I'm putting in the work, guys. Putting in the work. Yeah. With that being said, Rhino launched last week. I think Yield launched. Let's check that real quick, and then we'll go into MicroStrategy and SBET. I think Yield is coming down. This is an inflationary token, but if you wanted to get into the farms, I talked more about it last week. It is getting to a good point. Maybe if it gets down a little further, maybe DCA a little bit. Notice the small market cap, 5K for a yield token, inflationary token. Maybe they want others to add liquidity and, such. Who knows? Um, could have more utility coming, but I don't know why people are selling this thing. It's probably just going down because of the inflation. Who knows? But there are sales, right? Yeah, there are sales. But looks like there's just as much sells as there is buys, man. But yeah, who knows? Who knows with yield? But Rhino, it's looking pretty sweet. Congrats, guys, for the launch. Wish best luck to you. You're already at 766K market cap. That's nice, man. Let the little botters or the snipers get out, and then yeah, whatnot. So with that said, let's go to MicroStrategy, guys, because I pre-did this chart for you guys, so I didn't have to do it on stream to save me time. It kind of acts like a veil, the ads popping up and whatnot. But anyways, so we're in a parallel channel on MicroStrategy. I'm talking about MicroStrategy right now because it is definitely needing paid attention to right now. And we're in a parallel channel. So if the parallel channel plays out, we are going to have a target of $497. That will be that's if it breaks out this time, a 17% gain. All right. But this little tool right here, this little trend line, I took it from this bull flag right here, the pole, and I put it right here. Now, if this breaks out, that's going to $606. All right, ish area. So that is a gain 43%. All right. Now, with that being said, MicroStrategy is lagging with Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin is leading the way. Let's show you that right here. Bitcoin is the red and green. MicroStrategy is right here. Who's leading the way? Bitcoin. For sure, guys. So, that is a tall tale sign that if MicroStrategy raises more money, MicroStrategy is going to go and push Bitcoin up even more. All right. It might get us to that 130 level. Who knows? Who knows? We're at what right now with Bitcoin? We're at 116. Just keep going up. Like, So I just want to say that. Now, this is a possibility we could reject off of here and come down to touch the heart line and go back up for a second try. This is on the daily. So that will still consider it kind of like a flag. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm really hoping that happens with MicroStrategy because if we do a if we do a 43% gain there and then we come over here and let's just cut MicroStrategy out and let's cut this one out too. Uh, I got to go to a different chart. Sorry, guys. Let's go to crypto. Let's go to BTC. I thought I had all that good. Let's go to the Coinbase one and just go auto. What the hell is going on? Jesus. Let's just leave that one. Go to MicroStrategy again, and let's just go to crypto and BTC. Not in BTC. There we go. So, 43% for MicroStrategy. In the same amount of time, Bitcoin went up 7%. Who do you think's leading the way if this breakout persists? So, is Bitcoin pushing MicroStrategy up, or is MicroStrategy pushing Bitcoin up? Just asking for a friend, guys. Yeah. I'm starting to get suspicious about this stuff myself. Um, so if you go back to MicroStrategy, you know, the same time, let's see, it's gone up 7% ish. So Bitcoin might be still leading the way. But if we go from the bottom of this flag and up, right? Let's go to the bottom of the flag up. That's 17%. Let's go back to Bitcoin. Got to kind of delete that first. Bottom of the flag is kind of down here, right? Let's just go from there. So 9%, 10%. So what was MicroStrategy again? Oh, 7% compared to what? I think we got to go from here. 13%. So it looks like MicroStrategy is outperforming Bitcoin a little bit. But MicroStrategy has all the money to DCA into Bitcoin. So therefore, when MicroStrategy deploys, Bitcoin goes up, yada, yada, yada. But the higher Bitcoin goes before MicroStrategy goes, I think they'll want to raise more money. So we'll see what happens. With all that being said, BTC is killer of the day. All right. The killer. We have broke out of that parallel channel. Broke out of it. All right. This is a little head and shoulders right here. I don't know why it's so high, but yeah. It's the head and shoulders. Inverse head and shoulders. That would be the target. And we're going to break out. We're probably going to go to 145 ish. That's my guess. Parallel channel says let's get the parallel channel in. And let's move it up. Parallel channel says 124. So we're moving up, boys. This looks like a clean breakout. It will come down and retest this area. So watch for the volume and whatnot. All right. So Bitcoin's breaking out. Look for MicroStrategy next. And that will tell you if we're going up higher or we're going to retest. But seeing that MicroStrategy's lagging Bitcoin, I think we're going to retest. Just saying. I don't even own any MicroStrategy or SBET. I need a DCA because I am failing and my analysis looks pretty strong right now. All right. Especially that I do this from week to week and I look at it. And if we go to RSI on Bitcoin, we have crossed above 70. So just be prepared that it is going to stop here pretty soon on the RSI because this is going down, guys. Charts going up. Bearish divergence, I believe, on the daily. Yeah, that's called bearish divergence. Wow. Look, chart up, strength down on the weekly. Just saying, guys. Just saying. We might have talked. Who knows? But watch MicroStrategy on that. Um, yeah, bearish divergence right there again on the weekly. You know what I mean? Like, we still got some time though. A little bit of time, maybe another week, two, but it could blow right through it and just create that, just blow right through the support line, make a new high above this little peak right here, and totally invalidate it. My thesis right there. You know what I mean? There's always that. So that's Bitcoin, guys. All time highs. Get excited, share it out with your friends, tell everybody else that they suck because they don't own Bitcoin or any altcoins, because they haven't got wrecked like us. Um, no, don't tell people they suck because they might get offended. Anyways, let's look at another indicator. Let's look at the momentum. All right. I love the momentum. Where we at? The zero line right here? Something like that. Somewhere around there. We're above it, though. We're above it. So it's not the time to be buying. Like, I think be buying, like, yeah, it really works great on Bitcoin, man. The momentum, yeah. Look at that. When it's below zero, that's a great time to buy, even if it's higher price. You know what I mean? Look at that. Great time to buy right there, right all through right there, right there. Yeah, that was a good time. That was a good time. Even during this zero time right here was great. But those are the capitulations, It's really the only two indicators you need right there is RSI and that. Anyways, let's set this back to the daily. I think I lost all my extra stuff, like comparing it with SBET and stuff, but we'll see on the next screen because I'm exiting out of this. Now, SBET, Sharp Link. Guys, it is going up. Ain't that beautiful? I mean, if I invested into this thing or called my broker to do this, because, I could have made a double on my money, bro. Could have doubled my money. But it isn't on a purple box. It looks like it might fill that, but on a new tab, let's go to Trading View. I forgot to open that up. And we got to look at SBET shorts, short volume, launch chart. Look at this. Just closed today, but the volume was at like an all-time high today. So they are freaking trying to hold it down really bad. And the volume started dropping. So the more SBET pumps, the more they're probably going to short it and short it and short it. And we know they have unlimited money to short in the market. They have quadrillions of dollars to short. They put it out of thin air, it just flies back to the market. And they have quadrillions of dollars along if they wanted to. Who knows? But yeah, because you could borrow from anything. But anyways, 100% on SBET compared to ETH, which if we go to ETH, let's do that. Probably not going to load, guys, because it's being stupid. So let's just go to ETH, Ethereum, Bitstamp. All right, look, beautiful break, boys. Beautiful break on ETH. The target for me is 3,500 area. We will come down and probably retest this top. So that's the next stop for me. Maybe a little longer because this might not be. Hold on. If you want to go to wick, yeah, that's the target. I was there. So yeah, this is the gap we just barely filled with that wick down. Well, got close enough. Really, there's still a gap there, but I don't think we're gonna. It's close enough, guys. Close enough. We're going, especially with Bitcoin. Next area would be this purple box area. We need a breakthrough, and that's because it's near all-time highs and whatnot. You know what I mean? All these tippity tops in the middle of the cycle, but we shall see. We shall see, guys. Yeah. So that's our next target. $3,500 sounds pretty good. I think. What do y'all think? I think it sounds pretty good. So I got to take these down. They're getting hot. My ears, man. My ears are getting hot. Uh, anyways, I know I like showing this stuff with SBET and MicroStrategy and stuff like that just to keep tabs on it. So let's count the days here and just measure. So 3 days. All right. Let's go. Let's go with. I'm not going to count this new candle, but I'm going to count all this up to that because we just opened a candle today at 5 p.m. Pacific time. And I'm going to go from here to there. That's 17% on ETH. All right. And now on SBET. Jesus, I need to pay for TradingView one of these days. Now, this went 45%. 3 days, 45% to the top. All right. But ETH ain't done pumping. And this is getting shorted. So is ETH on chain and other exchanges and stuff like that, but probably not as much as SBET is. So with that said, ETH's kind of lagging in the percentage area. All right. Anyways, it still feels like ETH is at a new all-time high, guys. Like, let's set, like, compare it. Is it gonna work for me this time? New price scale. It's gonna work. No, it's not, guys. Look, it's not even popping up. Anyways, we won't compare. We'll just, say we did. Anyways, he's looking great. I mean, if I were to make a trend line anywhere on this chart saying we had to break, it would be from this all-time high back here to that one, and that's what we got to break. So we need to get that purple box, bro. Purple box. We need to get up there quick, I think. Just start outperforming because if we go to the East BTC, Ethereum, Bitcoin, let's just go to this. We are pumping, guys. We are pumping, which is good. But we have not broken out of the ETH Bitcoin ratio yet. So look for a breakout on that. And how's the Bitcoin dominance? BTC. Dominance is coming down, boys and girls. That is good. That is good. I think it's probably why ETH is going up because people see that. But I don't know. Let's see if we draw a line on this and put a magical line. Magical line. Let's just do that. I think we'd have to break this line for me to go altcoin season. Know what I mean? Yeah, that line. I mean, you could even go further back here. Just kind of have the tops touch this line right here and have the bottoms right there because that is significant touch points. So yeah, break that line and altcoin season comes, and we want to see that. We want to see it, like even if it's not that accurate right now, but you get the point, guys. The lines don't have to be accurate, and I just RSI. I know. Get RSI's down. That's good. Losing strength. Yeah, let's go, guys. Hopefully it's rolling over. But I want to see that line break first before I call it. You know what I mean? Call altcoin season and call the top on Bitcoin. Who knows? Because it could shoot just right back up because they've been manipulating everything, dude. So with all that said, I know why you guys are here. Because you love me, right? You guys want some of that Pulsechain alpha, right? Yeah. Let's just give it to you. Let's just give it to you. And let's play some of this.
Some girls buy shoes. Smart girls, they buy hex. While your ex is still chasing meme coins, she's earning trustless yield in style. While he's buying the top, she's locking in the yield. While the market's panicking, hex girls, they're just buying the dip. Hex.com, time is money, and she's not wasting either.
The pump always, guys, respect the pump. I respect.
Anyways, like, that's an AI video. Like, it is getting pretty dang good, I think. What's the Hex.com video? Like, but boobs are always so big. Like, it catches your attention, but once you know, you're like, whatever. Anyways, let's pull this up. I even slipped and didn't pull it to the stage. Look at this. We got a Pulsechain chart, guys. ETH is going up. It is dragging us up, I think. I don't know. Like, oh my God, guys. Pulsechain's pumping. Don't tell anybody. I don't know. Like, we're pumping, guys. Where's, like, the wick down? Like, I know there's this, like, big hex whale. We could go look at that real quick. Let's do that before we get into TA. Let's take the hex contract. Right here, see this? Hex contract, P-Hex, by the way, guys. I'm going to scan. This is the guy they're all worried about, apparently. Go to holders, and there was a 600 right in here, whatever. He sold 50 million or something like that. Could be this guy now. I don't know, but is it this dude? He had like 600 hex. And 5 years ago, not that dude. Is it this dude? Something like that. 3 months ago? No, not that dude. Yeah. Anyways, there's a guy selling or whatever the hell. So, yeah. Hex price, not really, like, it's moving sideways. We'll see. But there's some hex out there, apparently. It's getting sold. I'm not worried because I'm holding. I'm staked. Yeah. So, anyways, back to Pulsechain. Pulsechain is going up. You see this yellow line right here? We are about to break it. That, I think I called that my bull bear line, huh? So we're about to go in the bull market of Pulsechain if we break that line, I think. And that is calling it too early. Really too early. But you see how the Adam and Eve is still there? I mean, this chart could go sideways right up here, and it could still fulfill that. But it wouldn't really be called an Adam and Eve. I get it. It'd be a little messy, but still, it could be called it. It could even come down here and make a nice little W and make double booby bottom Adam and Eve. But I'm still sticking to my Adam and Eve. All right, guys? I think it's pretty cool because if we broke it, we'd go past SAC, which would be amazing. It would put us at the top of this bigger parallel channel and put us where we need to be. But we need to pass this midline right here on the parallel channel. First, I'm going to get rid of this upward parallel channel now, because we don't really need it. I have a lot of lines right here anyways. 200 daily, that was it. Let's move that. Maybe I should make it a different color. Let's make it yellow. There we go. Okay, yellow line, moving average. Big thicker line is where we want the price to go, right? So we could be hitting a resistance though. I was giving you my bull target first. Could be hitting this resistance right here and swooping back down, guys. Just putting it out there. But we do look like we are putting in another parallel channel. If this is the bottom, let's just do her up. And that would be our new parallel channel. Let's get a little conservative and come back down to here. And yeah, the midline's right off the top of that down here. So yeah, we could go up to the midline, top of the midline at like 4032 and come right back down here and touch it or move sideways or whatever. But I would like to stay above the yellow line. We shall see what comes about. All right. Parallel channels seem to be working right now with the bigger Adam and Eve in play on the daily chart. Where is my RSI? I just clicked out of it. That's funny. RSI. RSI. We're gaining strength probably a little too quickly. So who knows? The mom right now, she's above 0. So you're out of your buying opportunity. And we're moving up. So let's delete that. There's no bearish divergences or nothing. The mom's moving up. That's moving up. The RSI is moving up. That's moving up. So we're all in confluence, unlike Bitcoin. And I forgot to look at the mom and the RSI with ETH, but whatever. Yeah. So that I still think there's more room to grow with the upside, that is. But if we get near like the 67, 70 of the RSI and we start fading on the mom, who knows, man? Could be losing momentum, So that's really all you need. I could probably delete the purple box right here. Let's just delete some stuff because it's getting. This was the end of the SEC date. Apparently, it made us a little bullish. We shall see. We'll just say this little area right here was right afterwards. People are saying, screw this. Let's just get out. Let's just empty some of these lines. Yeah, just keep the parallel channel. Keep it looking simple. Hopefully, we'll follow the Adam and Eve. And we'll see. Because, this is rough drawn. It'll put us to the top of that bigger parallel channel. All right, like Toby Wan does on his What the Heck show. Shout out to you guys. I do watch it, and I forgot to watch you guys today. So at least my TA is not biased, if he even did TA today. So, and Peter, thanks for the comedy. You're my favorite. Anyways, yeah, we'll see if it happens. We're up here. Probably going to get a downward action and a replunge through. We shall see, guys. We really should. The red notice needs to be lifted for Richard to do anything, but this marketing push is coming. Yeah. And I really think it's good timing with everything. Everybody's out and about. There's little things that, really personal. I even want one. If I had one, I would probably want to buy that altcoin or something because of how much work they put into it. It takes a lot of work. And I wish I could go down to California, help you put labels on it and stuff and ship them out. But teach their own, right? Teach their own. All right. Enough about Pulsechain. Let's go to PulseX. Yeah, PulseX hasn't broken out of this little sideways thing. It got wrecked more. So, yeah, we're coming back up. It looks like it's about to break out. Unlike Pulsechain has broken out, probably because of ETH, out of this little, sideways action. I'm calling it the bottom area, the bottom of the eve. I don't know. But PulseX probably next, and then SolidX is going to go with it. It's been moving pretty dang good with PulseX. Maybe underperforming a little bit. That lets you know that SolidX is just riding the waves, just like everybody else right now. It's not being propped up or anything like that. So it tells me, Pulsechain is kind of leading the way on this one, though. Hex, not so much. People are front running. It is not a good idea, guys, to be selling your Hex at the bottom, even if somebody's going to be dumping Hex, because you can get locked out so quick, man, and you'll be so pissed you'll never get that amount back. Just saying, guys. So PulseX looks good. Hex is down because of all the fear on it. I think it's kind of deliberate. I don't know. That's my conspiracy, though. After the announcement, he just said screw it and started selling. It looked like a front run, actually. So, I think Hex might be the mover in this one. Who knows? Get your million Hex, guys. If you don't, if you can, whatever. I don't know. Don't listen to me. None of this is financial advice. It's agreeable advice, but not financial advice. And with that being said, let's just switch the logo for y'all. And let's just sip on that agreeable Kool-Aid now, like Kermit, and keep moving. So, Hex is kind of down there. I think Hex is probably going to go flat, if not a little flat up, maybe a flat down, compress maybe a little bit, but do a little more TA on this. I think it broke out of that channel and it met that. Yeah, so you could do another move down here, but I don't know, guys. I'm not really bearish on Hex. I can get rid of these lines now. And if you really look at this, the 200s sideways, we are above it now, which is, I like it curving up and we just bounce off of it, but finally we are above it after all this time, Well, we're above it there too, but yeah, it is. And if you shrink it up, it is curving up a little bit. So who knows, guys? Who knows? Ink, it's doing really well. And look, oh my God, it is following my line like to the T. I haven't erased this line. You guys know that, right? From last week's stream, it's like, is it just going to keep going? Ink hasn't broke out of it, though. PulseX hasn't. Hex hasn't. Pulsechain has. Due to Ethereum and sharply, probably DCAing and causing the pump. That and the euphoria of all-time highs with Bitcoin again. Yeah, we'll see where that goes. I think it's going to be a longer cycle-ish. I don't know. It could break out 145. Who knows? Who knows? But I do like that it's following my line right there. That is cool for Ink. That's a parallel channel. So if it broke out, it'd probably go back to $2, $2.15-ish. I really think if it broke out above this, this little closed area. So yeah, ball dependent down. Now let's see if we can move back up. I do like this war right here, and the bulls look like they are winning. Most token looks like, look at that. Broke out of this finally. I think, yeah, broke out of it finally. If you want to be all like, no, we didn't. No, we didn't. But we're freaking close enough, guys. Like, we'll break out of that thing soon. 200's going sideways-ish. So, yeah, that's probably a potential bottom for most. If you want your chance, there you guys go, because that looks like a bull flag, and it'll be going up to like probably 3.5 cents right now. That's my target on that. Let's put a little line. It'll probably go up to like right about there. See what happens. Oh, yeah, let's do that. Let's move the line down a little bit, guys. Probably go right about there. We'll see how much time, whatever. It could be the end of July, the middle of July, whatever, but we'll see. Solid X seems to be doing pretty good off Pulsechain, where it showed this before target line. Because Pulsex and Ink are going up, this is highly tied to it. It's got like $4 million tied to Ink, or $6 million, something like that, tied to Pulsex. Don't quote me, I'd have to look. Let's look real quick to prove myself wrong. So it's got 4.9 million tied to Ink and 4.2 tied to Pulsex. So it has shifted around a little bit. Not much V3. You know, Solid X, Pulse and V3 got 15K. You know, so yeah. 15, 20K, probably other people, you know, stuff like that. Yeah, so that's Solid X. We already went through that. All this is like tied together. So Nope token seems like it broke out before that. For Solid X, it's highly tied with it. You know, Solid X hasn't broke out yet. So somebody's front running the front runner, I think, on this. Who knows? Yeah, broke out. I do a parallel channel. Which I think that would be sufficient enough TA for everybody. On Nope, it's probably going to go, you know, probably going to go to 033. 3033, you know. It's a target I'm looking for. It looks like it's already trying to retest that parallel channel. So, yeah, we'll see there. That's Nope. Solid X hasn't broke out yet. So that, just liquidity bonding alone of this breaking out could push Nope up to that point. Yeah. The most agreeable token. I know there's a lot of lines on this too. We're above the 200. We are above this diagonal line, and that other line we can just delete. It's invalid. That's a bearish line. So yeah, I think on a parallel channel, it looks like we're moving up there. You know what I mean? Let's just do parallel channel. We kind of bounce, you know, kind of reject. We bounce off this diagonal like perfectly. And we went back up. We haven't broke out yet. This one should, you know, put us back up to 4042. Who knows? Who knows? Liquidity's doing pretty dang good. So, yeah. People, I think, are still selling out of the airdrops from a long time ago. Like, it baffles me, some of these things. Like, they sell $20 worth and they haven't bought any, or like there's nowhere on the chart. Maybe they're sending it to a new address and selling it from there. I don't know. But people are still selling it, and this is one of the reasons why I haven't really put much into it, but I have put plenty. But yeah, I'd rather ride with the market right now. It's the most wisest thing to do instead of just throwing your money into the wind. Anyway, Steve, looking good. RSI, that line is null and void. That goes with any of these tokens. Like, wait for the market to turn right now before money throwing money into the wind. You know what I mean? So yeah, this looks like it's building a nice. It broke out. Nice. Volume's low. I like it. Liquidity bonding probably from Pulsechain. I don't know. I haven't looked at if it's changed lately. It's just because of Rat Pulse. Cool. Cool. Um, that said, that's Scuba Steve. I still think we're going to go back up to 4036. Who knows on Scuba Steve? 2 fucks. I'm proud of it for one simple reason that somebody just sold the crap out of it. I was just about to give it praise because it was 67% up, and now somebody just sold it. I looked at it earlier, and guys, I'm sorry, it's down 9.16%. So all your bags, just go buy stables. Stay out of the market. I'm done with y'all making money. Let's look at the comments. Got you streaming. Yeah, Kingsway. I'm glad you stopped by. I'm glad you were in the chat on that other stream the other day. Thank you. Was the one with Axis, whatnot. Yeah, maybe they'll be watching these streams. Who knows? LPX public launched was today. 48-hour period to add single-sided. It's going to turn Pulsechain into a market maker. Looking forward to participating. So is that with like every token, or just Pulsechain, or up and up X right now? I haven't really looked too much into it. I've been busy. I need to spend like an hour in research into LPX because some of these tokens might be getting it, and up and to the right, I guess, huh? I'm hoping for a nice run up on DAT so I can recover some YEP back. Like run up on DAT. You talking about the DAT YEP ratio? Because with that being said, I think that ratio is only going down right now. Yeah. The more people sell DAT and take profits in DAT, the more this is going to go down no matter what. You're going to be left with some permanent loss of DAT unless DAT goes flying. And yeah, you're just kind of stuck in the liquidity pool. That's if you're providing LP and you're getting incentivized through the yield, right? So we shall see. It is paired with Solid X, but YEP is also paired with Solid X. So, and I think YEP could outperform Solid X at times, could underperform, same as NOTE, same as DAT. The more I keep telling everybody, if you're earning reward tokens and DCAing from them into other tokens, it will change the ratios and cause permanent losses in ways that you don't want sometimes if you're DCAing other tokens with your yield. And that is part of this chart going down. So if you keep compounding, like Push Jitsu is here. I am here for the tech. RH cores to start with LPX. Okay, and I wanted to get to this comment. I keep rotating DAT rewards back in. So you're taking half of it and building your LP, which you're compounding. So in a sense, you're taking that DAT, you're selling half that DAT for YEP, and then adding it back in, right? That is compounding. You are still selling DAT. So therefore, it will push that impermanent loss into the way to where you would be making more DAT than YEP, because you're taking YEP out of the pool and adding them together and adding them both, making the liquidity thicker in your compounding, but still it gives you that kind of, offset, and you end up always with more reward tokens in some of those pools, And that is one of the reasons why these pairs, when the tokens go up, like yep, nope, solid X, all of them go up together, it's going to pull that back up. And then once yep and solid X and nope start pulling over, the reward token will lag a little bit and then start like, and then your ratio will come back, and that's when you can pull it. But you have to wait for the ratio to come back for the reward token first in order to get the token amount you want. Otherwise, you just have to keep compounding and not, or you just have to keep selling your yield to buy your YEP back and keeping them out of the liquidity pool. And that still gives you impermanent loss, but at least you keep that YEP out of the pool. You know what I mean? That goes with any other token. So a little knowledge there. It's a little advanced. So like instead of compounding and adding more yield, if you want to offset that impermanent loss, you take that yield token, buy the YEP, and then keep it out in your liquid wallet to offset that impermanent loss there. If you don't want to lose your YEP tokens, which I understand why you don't want to do that, because other people might be doing the same thing as you, and if you get 100 people, 200 people doing the same thing, charts. You know what I mean? And it depends on what your favorite token is too. Because if you want a big bag of DAT, you can have a big bag of DAT and just, you know. But you can't be like adding and removing it all the time and realizing the impermanent loss. You just gotta leave it in there and wait for the ratio. Sometimes the ratio won't come back in some of these though, but that depends on how other players are playing it. And usually, most people just take the yield and sell it. You know, to be honest. Need funding for your Lambo? Yeah, you should be selling some of that for your Lambo. Definitely. Got to get that Lambo first, dude. And then you can compound. Oh, you know, little knowledge. Um, I know a lot of founders of tokens like to take their yield and buy their tokens back, you know, and take those tokens back and go provide an LP somewhere else. You know, so that could be happening too. Founders also market make a little bit with their tokens. Just a little FYIs, you know, and it gives you like, okay, so you know, and some other founders sell their own tokens to give, you know, lower prices to other people, give them better buying opportunities, things like that, you know. So that's where the ratios come in, like the solid X. Yep, chart. Let's just look at this. Got a V3 right here, but you know, and you take a look at this, and as what's funny with this one, I know from experience, liquidity was around 5 grand this whole time, and yet kept getting stronger against solid X the whole time. It was getting a little too strong. It could have doubled your solid X, and impermanent. And if you were in a liquidity pool, it would have eaten half your solid X. And once the liquidity got, because I think this pumped, and then liquidity got thicker, and all of a sudden it allowed people to exit in a safer way, and the ratio started going down, which it needs it to be healthy. You know what I mean? Because you just don't want this thing to keep going up on like this. Like, yep, nope. And I know why this happened. Because, come on. I think people were selling their nope because they sold their yep in the beginning to get more nope when yep launched. But I don't know. That's my speculation. Maybe I'm spilling too many secrets. Uh, Come on, guys. Yep, solid X. Where is it at? There's probably no volume on it. That's why. But let's go to Gecko terminal and type it in. So I want to show you this. Nope. Yep. Sorry, guys. It's not even showing on Gecko Terminal. So yeah, sorry, but it kind of the Nope Yep kind of goes down like this, up, and then it goes like, and it just skyrockets. I mean, like it's like way in the hell up here, and there's plenty of liquidity with it. I mean, everybody's in the Nope Yep pool and the Dat Yep pool. I think if the Dat Yep pool got thinner, it could offset those ratios a little bit too, but that's up for discussion. Anyways, enough about liquidity bonding and how markets kind of maneuver and how to watch them and blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Let's move back to TA. Where were we, by the way? I think we're on 2 fucks, right? Yeah, we're on 2 fucks. Somebody just keeps selling that. Apparently, somebody's not here for the tech, Abdul, because they keep selling your chart down. Anyways, I just had to make a little funny joke, That said, let's move on to X Game because it's moving pretty good. Look at that. Something might be coming soon. Just saying, guys. Just saying. Yeah. Maybe next week. I don't know. Okay. So the website launched last week. He did the Solid Trader yesterday. He did the X account gold. I forgot to tell you guys about that. Let's go look at that. Today, could he be doing it tomorrow? I don't know. That's speculation, guys. Look, verified. This account is verified because it's an official organization. That's like 12 grand a year right there. It's real company, everything. Making, he's got plans, man. And it's going to be more than one game. So, just saying. Firewall token might be involved in it. But yeah, it's looking nice. This one's not breaking out like the X game one is, which is kind of shocking. And that one's already confirmed a new higher high, guys. That's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Kind of like this other token I know. Look, higher low already performing a higher high. If you look at Nope, doesn't show that confirmation yet. Not confirming a higher high yet. Solid X, not confirming a higher high. Well, I guess from right here to right there. So I guess it is. But those, yeah. Solid X kind of is. I'll give it to him. Steve, not confirming a higher high yet. 2 fucks. We all know the story. Somebody's selling it. It's trying to confirm higher highs as we go. So, Firewall's not. Well, it kind of did. Yeah, it is. It's about to break out. That once this breaks out, that's where I'm like, yeah, it confirmed it, bros. Broskies, it confirmed it. This confirmed X game confirmed it. So that's bottom, unless something drastically happens with Pulse. And you notice how Rat Pulse is up 6% and Hex is down 2%. I think there's a little divergence there. We probably need to look at the ratio. Let's do that now. I know I'm always all over the place with this TA stuff, but it's important, Like, look at this. So, Hex is gonna lose support on the ratio, probably. But this wedge right here, it could be reconfirming it, but no. Because you can make that a descending triangle, too. Like, to be honest, like, descending triangle, I know that's hell freaking too bearish, probably. It's probably not a descending triangle, but no, on the ratio, it's closing right now. And it looks like they're trying to hold it all of the wicks. So it could move back up. But since the scare of the hex whale dumping or whatever, and he's already out of Pulse and Pulse X, this is last. So manipulated hard right now because people are fearful that he's going to dump his hex. And if he dumps his hex, this ratio's going down, dude. Like, probably pretty hard, pretty fast, and it'll be a daily wick. People pick it back up so quick. I probably won't have time to buy the bottom, of course. But you get my point. So there's that. So that could diverge a little bit. And it could come back down to like, who knows, guys. But that one little flash wick, guy's out. Never dump again unless he has multiple wallets. He could have like a billion hex. We don't even know it. I'm just kidding. I have no idea. But you get my point. So now let's go to Dat. Dat's trying to recover. And I promise I haven't sold any in the past 4 or 5 days. So it hasn't been me. Like, I wait for these toppy green candles. But no, I haven't really, I haven't been selling this one too much. Been rotating just like Scrubhead has. I keep rotating, but that's just because strength, man, strength. I'm trying to hold strength. Dat looking pretty good. Looks like it's trying to form a bottom right now. I hope it does. It doesn't look like it's capitulating down any further. It's holding right around 75K, We'll see if it forms floor. Solid X goes up. This is going to go up, but it's always going to lag harder than Solid X. You know what I mean? And it's tied with yep, nope, everything. It's going to pull it up with it. So at these bottoms, if you're holding your Dat, congrats on you guys. You're doing the right thing. You should be selling your Dat up here, but it causes the impermanent loss a little bit more until that toppy tops, and then it depends on the market. Always depends on the market. But you always have to assume with a rewards token, it's always going to go down further than the other tokens. Always, just like a law, not really a law, but you get what I mean. It's always going to underperform or go down because it's inflationary, things like that. Unless it's got utility like voting power, like you should be getting your 2 fucks, guys. Come on. I mean, you could earn 40% yield or 30 or whatever. We should look at that. But no, let's go through TA. Let's look at King 2. I think it's got a floor. Yeah, it's doing nice. Some people said this wouldn't come back. I could see it come back to like 3025, maybe more. Pulsechain goes hard. But that's just, I could see it. Short term, I can see it get to that blue line. It's only got 5.3K liquidity, so I can move pretty quick. Bribe token, forming that floor, man, just going sideways. Nice. Hopefully one of these days, Bribeberry.io will come. Yeah. Hint, hint. Jujitsu. One of these days, if we can sufficiently govern ourselves, it would be nice. Because Pulsechain is for the community, not just Richard Hart. This forming a nice little rounded bottom right here. God, that's going to be sweet if it pops up to here and creates a handle. And we're still holding my pink Miss Whale, man. I haven't exchanged it for Dart. I might have to since I didn't win any of the lotteries on the J5 lottos. Like, God, do I meant like 100 at a time or what? I'm like out of Dark. I had to scrape my J4. I said I did not want to scrape because I have to mint for J6. And if you guys won the lottery without me, congrats, because I didn't. Dark token curving up. It hasn't broke out yet. Looks like it's attempting. Well, yeah, yes and no. We shall see. We shall see. Um, there's not much in liquidity because a lot of it's just locked up. Like, this is probably the most scarce token on Pulsechain. Just saying. I mean, if you even go to Solid X or maybe Axis might be scarcer than this. Yeah, let's go to Axis and see how much is in his pool. Yeah, it's scarcer. But it's not out in wallets on dark. It's all in NFTs and in the lottery on dark. So yeah. Like a lot of it's locked up here. So, gelato. Looking nice. Probably curving up. Yeah. Nice little bottom. Hasn't made a higher high yet, guys. Gotta look at these tokens that made higher highs. They've already confirmed. Will they keep going? Who knows? This is crypto, boys and girls. This is gold T, 6T. Just keeps going down. I don't even know why it's on my watch list. Let's just remove it right now. The Fitzgerald Company seems to defy gravity, never to come down to my level. And I hope he sees this one day, because I've been showing this almost every dang stream. I never showed the website. And I do love the simplicity of this website, the fact that he believes in the Bible and he's Christian. It is awesome. Maybe it's because I'm biased that way, but yeah. Like it. Nice, simple. Like it. Just keep pumping your value into your token. It's awesome. But please give me some buying opportunities down here anytime soon. I don't think it's going to happen, boys and girls, because look at this. Go to the Rat Pulse. Just keep going. You're not giving anybody any chance. It's only 10 million pooled in that. Wow. All right. Congrats if you got into that sucker. Vets token seems to be breaking out and going up. Nice, nice, nice. Emit token. If you haven't, go to Emit. Links down below. I think I put it there. Yeah, probably got to change it, but it's emit.farm. Yeah. You can go to. I don't know why they haven't updated the deck screener yet, but I wanted to say something about this chart. Said it could go down to like right down there, right down here ish, And look at this. Broke down, popped right back up above the line. It built an inverse head and shoulders. So it closed that gap for the most part. I'm just going to say it's closed. We're back up above the line. And if we fulfill that head and shoulders like it is, we're going to $1.64, boys and girls, once we break out of this diagonal line. Now, I know this is an older diagonal line, so technically we've got to break that one or that one. But let's just stick with this one because those are the most recent. Already broke out of this, but there's the target, $1.65 for that one. We're moving up, boys and girls. Bitcoin's at all-time highs. ETH is moving up. SharpLink's buying and staking. I think the Pulsechain SAX should. I mean, $1 million a month. I know a lot of people could eat that up and the chart would just move sideways, but at least it wouldn't be going down. I don't know. Maybe you'd pay it in slippage. I don't know. It'd be a little weird, but yeah. But your position in ETH would not get any smaller. So it's kind of like free money. $1 million. Or you can stack it for like 6 months and have a $6 million buy one day on one asset for the rest of Ethereum's life. You can even code it into it so it just does it all automatically. I don't know, just ideas. I'm dreaming over here, boys and girls. Don't you want to dream with me? Like stake that stuff and just have the yield, just constantly feeding it, buying and burning Pulsechain, whatever, dragging everything else up with it. I know Richard's more the type of getting people in at the bottoms. He wants to make a million millionaires or something like that. So there's methods to his madness, if it's all true. And thank you for that opportunity. Not many billionaires do because they usually just hoard it for themselves. I'm not about the FUD because the positivity princess like Wild SJ is doing fantastic work. I should have mentioned that depth, but anyways. Emit's doing good, guys. Like Surf Token, let's look at it. I'm doing all right. Yeah, it's just moved sideways, doing good. That's at a good level. Nice little level. Right above right there, you know. I don't really see it. I mean, there's a 50% sales tax on this thing, or 49 or something like that. So you just got to be careful. Yeah. Island token. I mean, look at that. It's doing pretty good. It's forming a double bottom right now. But look at this, guys. Confirmation. Higher highs. And I know they are microcaps, just like Yep token. But $20 can go a long ways if it goes to $1 million. It's a freaking 20x. More Wealth reposted this stream. Thank you. I appreciate it. Any help I can get, I take it. Especially for a small channel. I've been streaming once a week. You know, I like doing my little TA streams. You know, there's not many out there that do this with the Pulsechain ecosystem. There might be, but I probably haven't heard of them or seen them. I've been trying to stay disconnected. But if you do, like and subscribe to YouTube and just go back to X and watch it. You know, I appreciate that. More wealth. Slowly growing. I like organic. I don't pay for any of that, you know, stuff. Let's look at Fire Token. Oh, I had a little target with this. We're forming a bottom right here. Higher high. I think we're going to be going up to 26 cents here pretty soon again. If it does it depends on Pulsechain and Pulsechain, man. So let's just say we stay above this line, we'll be all right. With that said, let's do a parallel channel on top of that line. Yes, this is going to be rough, but I think we can get 26 cents, don't you think? And that's exactly my target. Let's get up there again, and then just like bounce out of this and make another target. Yeah, I'm bullish on. You know, they got things in the works, guys. I've been holding on to my island. I'm even providing LP and getting impermanent loss so I could gain more island, because that's called impermanent gain if that's the token you want. You know what I mean? And I'm earning emit while I'm yield farming my island. And then I got the Yep Island, earning more island. It's amazing. So that's that. So emit's going to be going up. Island is going to be going up. No financial advice, of course. Just my specs. Fire token. Let's do it. I think it's going up just like Solid X. Yeah. I like that it came down to this. Yeah. I think I called it going down to like here, way over here, or something like that. I need to listen to myself sometimes. I should have just like went into Staples over here and just so guys, have at it. You guys are on your own. And Morwell says he need more yet. We all need more agreements on Pulsechain. All of us. I know it's airdropped a lot of it, but like I think it's time. It's been like 18 months. Something like that. Close to it. Just let it ride out. Let it be a microcap. I love it. You know, the longer it lasts, the stronger it probably will get. Just like any of these tokens, man. Nothing is built into the clouds, though. You know, so you got to keep your level head, risk management to where it needs to be. If it's $20, that's your exposure. $5, that's your exposure to these high risk things. That's your exposure. If it's $1,000 and you just want to own the whole casino, well, that's your exposure. Anyways, Axis token. Curving up. Nice. All of them are liquidity bonded. Maybe I should look at PTGC. But yeah, fire. Looking good. I like it. It's curving up. I hope it confirms a higher high here pretty soon. Even a smaller one. But if it does, it'll be off this top right here. This little top, you know. I'll even put a line there because I'm a nice guy. Let's confirm a higher high off that top. Or even, let's be more conservative off that little red candle top. You know, something. Or even more conservative, you can go to the next level and just do it like that. Higher high off that line. Just leave it there. That is way more conservative. Way more conservative. And fire or axis. I know I'm everywhere, guys, but we broke out of the line. Let's delete our line on axis and go to a horizontal line. Another confirmation right there. Let's make, well, I guess it kind of already has made a higher high. Yeah. A slight higher high. It has, guys. So, there you go. That's axis. If you really want to get technical about fire, it really has made a higher high. So, let's just point that out on a way longer term, but it has. All right. Got to mention that. Shout out to Crispy Man. Higher high. Glad it came back down. Yeah. Yeah. I think the top was like 7 million market cap or something like that. Take the auto off. Good debt. Maybe more. Oh, yeah. Way more. Whoa. Oh, we're way up there. 32 million market cap. Whew. Nice. Look at yield. Inflationary token. It's minted every day. I don't know why the data's not showing now. Like, what the? Oh, it's because it's on market cap. There. But yeah, just going down. You can go to functionisland.com to see what this does. That is rewards token. Rhino, though, it's looking good. Look at that. Oh, man. 15 minutes? Whew, broke out. Did I do that? I don't think I did that. It's been shielding a couple telegrams. Inverse head and shoulder has been fulfilled right here. Just off the bat, been fulfilled, and it even outperformed. It might get a slow rejection here pretty soon. So, yeah. That's looking good. Hopefully it comes up to like 2 zeros 10. Yeah, 2 zeros, 10 ish. Right around there. Let's give him good luck. Let's put a little box. Let's do this. But this is a new token, so it would probably go down from there, and then yeah. And then let's measure this real quick from the top, and that'll be 71. Yeah, not bad. See, look, just eyeballing it, like I've been doing this for years or something. But yeah, it could just bounce off right here and just go back down. It could just travel sideways. This is a 15-minute chart, so yeah. I haven't even gotten these. Like, guys, quit buying. Um, I haven't done these charts in a while. Let's do it. If I remember where it was, the Finvesta chart. Let's look at Finvesta real quick. Finvesta, look at that. I haven't looked at this chart in like weeks. Right on my box. Wow. That is nuts. I haven't got into this at all either. So, like, I need to make this line shorter and just, there we go. Just need to stay above that stuff, guys. I need to shorten this box a little bit. It filled that area. It's right in there. That's my buying box, BFF. I show you guys charts I don't even get into, but look at this. Bounced right off my boxes. I mean, I haven't shown this in a few weeks. It's going up now. BFF. Let's look at 2. I think this is the one you're not supposed to buy, right? Something like that. But if I take the contract address, I can get the Mona chart. Yeah, Mona. 2 black hole. All right. Yeah. I thought I had a chart on this thing. But yeah, pump, dump. All right. Now, Mona. I haven't looked at these in a long time. Come on. I know they're a pump tire token, but P copies, yep, pairs. That's my Sonic stuff. I don't own no more. Yeah, P agreeable list over here does not own that no more. So yeah, I think we're done, guys. Mona. Okay, let's just go to pump tires. And search it. Mooney, that's what it is. There we go. Let's get the address. Copied. This is the whole teddy bear, whatever ecosystem, not the original teddy bear, the other one. See what it's done. My drawing's still on it. Yep. Look at that. I haven't looked at this in weeks either. It's finally in the buying zone, guys. Finally. If you want to put like $10 in it, whatever. I don't know. $10, $1,000, whatever. Is what it is. Finally down there. If it's just holding here, going sideways, probably not going to go down very much, but always do your own research. I need to look at the pairs of this again, and I know it's tied to PTGC, Teddy, Zero, Frank. That's the other one, and Sailor. So I need to put this on my watch list. It's on my spec. Where's my speculation? Oh, right there. All right. There they are. Look at that. Mooney. There we go. Now, Emerald. Let's look at Emerald. Buying power. Look. Already moving back up. Emerald's front running Mooney. Yeah. Thaler. Let's look at that one. hit my box. Look at that. Nice. Looks like it's gonna probably break out here pretty soon. Man, maybe not. Might still have some downward action on that one. Let's look at Frank. Curving just tapped the front of the box. We'll see Pulsechain could be starting to move up even more. So yeah, let's look at 0. That one's looking good too. It's below my box, in between. It's weird. It should have came down a little bit more, I would have thought. But if I remember correctly, let's look at 2. Yeah, that's the one you don't buy, I think. Ain't it? Yeah, 'cause one of them you don't buy. I think it might be that. Where'd the deck screener updates go? Anyways, they both look the same. Don't buy 1 and 2. I wouldn't. Teddy Claire. I had some of this, but it just kept going down. So I got rid of it. Yeah. All these, hell of speculative plays, man. Teddy Bear, see what it's doing. I haven't looked at this in a while. I knew it would come down. It went way below my box. And now it's look like it's going to retest that stuff. So, yeah. I haven't been playing with Teddy Bear at all, but it's right there. Yeah. That's my box. It looks like it's probably going to reject off of it, but Pulsechain keeps going up. It's just going to drag it up with it. Your mom, I had a chance to get in this, but I didn't. I should have got in it right there. It's doing pretty damn good. Yeah, it's kind of like TF. It did not come down to the price I wanted. So, kind of missed that one. Unless people want to send me stuff, It's always appreciated. Just kidding. Sparta. This is a newer one. This had a pre-sale or something like that, so it's probably kind of looking wrecked. But the real pair for Sparta is this pair you want to pay attention to because liquidity is so thick. This is Sparta Hex pair, and it was they pulled about 50 million hex out of it. So, all right. It's had like 150 million hex in it. I paid attention right when it first came out. So I don't know. Look at the adds and the removes, but it's on PulseX, so you can't. Yeah, you can't. Which I like. That's privacy because if you're managing LP, you don't want people knowing you're doing that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Look on chain somewhere else. But yeah, that's looking pretty good. Let's look at the actual pulse ratio again. So if we're on a parallel channel right now, let's be conservative. Yep. See what I'm doing here, guys? All right. Let's go half the channel first. So yeah, that would be my target. If that's it, start working off parallel channel. Don't quote me on this because I really don't know the project all that well. I know you can just like stake it, whatever. But the price has gone down against Pulse pretty 62%. It's yeah, I can go down a little bit more. Like at my target level. That's 80%, Could still go down. We'll see. We'll see. Look at the pulse ratio. Yeah, it's even worse. So wait for that one. It didn't launch too long ago, so it needs time. Let's look at Top Hat, guys. Ooh, look at that. Nice little swoop and curve. Could be tippity topping on my liquidity there, and probably gonna come back down and bounce off the bottom here. Who knows? But it could act like emit in a way. So if we go to no permissions, let's go to main chat, go to or main chart, go to emit. Like we could just. I don't think emit's ever coming down here again. But if you go to Top Hat, there is a lot of freaking coins to cover in Pulsechain. And I covered quite a lot of the good, safer plays, like non-rug gear coins, I hope. If any of them rug, yeah, I don't think a single one yet. Knock on wood. I usually like Rhino just came out. I know the dudes. Yield, I know the dudes. So yeah, they're good. I wouldn't like just show you guys any old token, would I? Yes, sometimes I will. So always do your own research. I am like probably one of the riskier like promoters on Pulsechain. Maybe, maybe I should stop. I don't know. One of these days, but yeah, nice little alpha, nice other coins. It's a higher high here, always a higher high, and that's good. Um, and this little angle right here, cramp, cramp it. You can see the angle's a little bit better if you remove the line. You know what I mean? And yeah, kind of tells that it's a higher high, and it's probably not going to come back down there, but we'll see. It looks like it confirmed and broke out up again, so this could be making a little cuppy handily on smaller time frames. Let's just give you guys a little target on Top Hat. Yeah, we're going up here, boys and girls. 10th of a penny, 2/10 of a penny ish. Who knows? We're going, and that's on emit too. So you can pair with emit and earn some emit with Top Hat, which is cool. Yeah. But let's look at wrap Bitcoin. Look at this. It just keeps going up on Pulsechain. Finally met that wick. Finally closed it. Look at that. I hope it holds it. It's going to hold it, but you know where the top of Bitcoin is. 138K, man. It wicked up there already on Pulsechain. So you know the Bitcoin maxis you're going to make, that's the top of Bitcoin. That'll be hilarious if it really was. Pulsechain called it, bro. Like how many weeks ago? Like, yeah. That would be hilarious if it was the top. It doesn't show on TradingView, but yeah. Just an observation. If you guys got any more, let's look at let's look at Rapsonic real quick. Let's see what it's doing. Yeah, not looking so hot. Yeah, that's not looking so hot. What about X33? I got like a couple dollars of this over there. That's holding up pretty nice. If you're on Sonic, these are the only three I'd probably own, and you earn the X33, so I'd get Shadow, maybe a little goggles, and yeah, I might have like $5 over there already. I got crypto dust really, but yeah. I haven't really been like hunting for any plays lately, but I might have to search around the blockchains and see what is necessary if Pulsechain doesn't get its shit together soon. But it went up even more since I've been. No, not really. Yeah, I don't know. Looks like a little top here. Let's look at the momentum again on a smaller time frame before I leave. Look at the 5 minute and look at the momentum. No, yeah, we're back below the zero. Looks like on the 5 minute we're breaking down. We could yeah, let's close this. Do that. That's a tough one. Well, apparently it bounced off the 200 on the 5 minutes, so we can get that. This is some real technical advice. This is not financial advice or technical advice, but if we kept moving in that trend, bounce down to here, that's where I'd probably buy in. It's not rocket science, guys. It's math. And with that said, I'm going to end that stream here. It has been 2 hours. Oh my God. I hope you enjoyed it. It is 9:30. Like, subscribe, share this out. We're going to end on the Rat Pulse Die V1 5-minute chart. And maybe I should play you a nice video before we go out. And just...
Brothers and sisters, we have been chosen. We are going to the promised lands, Valhalla. This is it. The pumps are here. Valhalla, gospel, Jesus will be proud of you for holding your krypton. Your children's 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 children will remember your name. So ladies and gentlemen, a toast, because we, holders, are the new welfare elite. So long your longs. Buy the dip, tell your friends, your families, your fucking neighbors to buy this shit. Because we are going to the moon! We've waited our entire lives for this pump. And the moment is here now. The pump is here. We are legends. Spartans, legions holding the fort. Fucking warriors! We are kings. We are queens.
No permissions, birth looked up, taking flight falling. Nose dissidence, balanced in dark and light. Steadying the agreeable index plight. Crypto tuning up, yup, keeping it right. Yup. The meme that's on the rise. Agreeable, intense. One on a Pulsechain's pride. Opening those minds with all the positivity. Marching in its time. Cadence in the grind. Agree to disagree. Yup. All the time you need to meet up, hits it right. Freedom and prosperity. The destination and the flight. Lighting up that's form. Opposed to that, nope. Rule. Firing up them charts, yeah, flying straight.